back to my channel. My name is NikkiPhillippi. To those of you that don't know me, hey, what's up? Hello. Today's video, I wanted to say two things before we hop right in. First off, thank you so much for all of the feedback on my last video. I was really nervous to put that video up and nervous to bring tea talk on my channel, and I'm just really happy that you guys liked it. On that note, the makeup that I was wearing in that video, so many of you guys were like, what did you do? Like, what are you wearing? I actually filmed a tutorial for that look, and that's what this video is today. Today's video is also a collab with my friend, Maddie McHugh. If you saw my DIY vegan in and out video, that was Maddie in that video. And today, we are both going to be doing our everyday fall makeup routines. So she is doing that video over on her channel as well. I love Maddie. She is such a talented, kind person. So if you've never checked out her channel, feel free and be sure to go over and check out her channel. I will link it down below, as well as her video that she is doing on her channel. She is really great at makeup. She loves makeup, and she just like kills it in the makeup department. Don't forget to click right here to subscribe to my channel if you are new to my channel and you haven't subscribed. That way you will get a notification every time I upload a video. Let's hop right in. All right, so I'm gonna start off by priming my face, and this Tarte Clean Slate Poreless Primer is my favorite primer, hands down. I feel like this stuff does a really good job at filling in the gaps and holes, especially in my cheeks that I like from all the scarring that I have from my acne. It does say it's a 12-hour perfecting primer, so, and I feel like it honestly lives up to that. When I've tried other primers or I try to go without a primer, I definitely notice that my makeup does not last as long. So I love this primer. And then I start on my cheeks because that is honestly where I feel like not only I slip and slide the most, but I feel like I said, that's where I have the most gaps in my skin and holes in my skin that I'm really trying to fill in with a primer. A lot of people say that primers ball up on them, but I find that primers only ball up on me if I try to rub it into my skin too fast. Like if I get carried away and just start rubbing. But if I kind of pat it in and then lightly start rubbing, I don't get that ball up effect as much. All right, so I'm trying to use a new foundation. I feel like I'm gonna be using this every single day through the fall, and this is the Kat Von D Lock It Foundation. So Kat Von D sent out a bunch, like a PR package that had a bunch of her face products in it. So I got a couple of her foundations. So I'm actually gonna mix. I used Light Neutral 45 and I used a tiny dot of Light Neutral 42. And then I start from the center of my face like this, and I work my way out. Yes, I use my fingers. I keep waiting for the day that I'm gonna like using something else more and make the switch, but I have yet to find that. I feel like I have so much control with my fingers, and I feel like it really melts into my skin when I use my fingers. Also, what's awesome about this stuff is it's super like pigmented, but it's really thin. Then I'm going to be taking the Kat Von D Lock It Concealer in L3 Warm. And what I really like, side note, is to all of my really white chicks out there, Kat Von D's makeup goes so white. I don't even wear her lightest shade, so if you were having a hard time and you are super white, I highly recommend checking out her colors. So skin for me is my #1 concern, so I use a couple of different like concealers. You'll see I use so many just products on my skin. It's kind of crazy. So I'm kind of going down under my eyes, around my nose. I do kind of let my concealer sit for a second because I don't want to just rub them all away. I take my finger, my ring finger, and I just start patting it, the concealer, into my skin. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is I mix these two Makeup Forever concealers. One is in Y31 and one is Y23. And I mix them on the back of my hands. And then it kind of makes like a really nice colored concealer for me that I can take and put over just a couple of spots, like really specific areas that are still peeking through or kind of annoying me a little bit. So the next thing that I like to do is I take this Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray, I shake it up, and it's for oil control, and I like to set my liquid makeup before I move on to the rest of my makeup. I'm just gonna party and hang out until it dries. Work, 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 work. But she got to put her work. Okay, so my eye is burning now because I was cutting hatch chilies for my breakfast this morning and I forgot, and I just touched my eye. All right, so next up I'm gonna use this Bare Minerals Pro Pressed Foundation, and this is in the color Champagne. All right, so then next up, I'm taking my Tarte Smooth Operator loose powder, and I'm just gonna dip my finger into it, and I go under my eyes to set the concealer that's under my eyes and to keep it from creasing. I know this is weird. I feel like, I don't know if I've ever seen anybody else do this, like put on powder with their finger like that. But it works for me, and I'm like literally so lightly dusting over it. I'm gonna use my Hoola Benefit bronzer. This is actually really cute. It says Nikki's Hoola bronzer. I'm gonna kind of start to contour. Then I'm gonna take this and kind of start to, like, I'm making that 3 shape down my face. I don't really make it in the form of like just making a 3, but that's the shape that I fill in. Next up, I do something that's like kind of like baking, but it's not really baking. I'm gonna take this Rodial banana powder, which banana powder is just like a yellow powder, and I just kind of dip it in, and I go down basically from like the bottom of my ear, little canal, whatever, and I draw a line across, right like this. Like, it makes the contour stand out more. So now I'm gonna let this sit for like a minute or two to bake. It's really a fake bake. All right, so next up I'm gonna take my stippling brush, and just like I said, I'm gonna kind of dust away the banana powder, but I feel like it still just leaves it all being more defined. Today, I'm gonna be using Tarte Seduce. I'm gonna go in, I mean, honestly, I don't change up my makeup that much with the seasons, let's just be real, but like, I feel like this is just, you know, nice for fall. And I'm gonna take the stippling brush and just kind of blend this in. All right, so then I'm gonna take my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit. And this is in the color, what is this color? Oh, duh, it's numbered. It's number 3. So, wow, I went to a whole presentation for this and everything, and I forgot that they're all numbered. So I take the pencil and I'm just going to outline. So when you get to the front, that's where I'm literally just gonna outline the bottom and the top. As you can see, I've now clearly outlined like a beginning. I'm done, guys. Just kidding. All right, so now I'm gonna take my brow brush from Benefit. I got this when I went to the brow launch. And then I'm gonna take my Anastasia medium brow powder. So then I'm gonna dip it in, and I'm just gonna start filling it in. Then I take a concealer brush, and I'm going to go around and not only clean them up, but it also highlights them. Really, it just really cleans them up and makes them look so much better, at least in my opinion. So I'm gonna let it sit for just like a second or two, and then I'm gonna basically pat the concealer and kind of like blend it down and up and around a little bit just to make it blend so I don't just have lines around my eyebrows. Next up, I'm gonna use the Benefit Gimme Brow, and this is just going to like add a little bit of even color throughout all of my brow hair, since I have kind of done a lot to it. And then I'm gonna set it with this Ready Set Brow from Benefit as well. I'm gonna start off with MAC's Bare Study Paint Pot, and I'm gonna put that all over my eyelids. I really like this wash of color. It's like a light champagne. And then I'm gonna take my Kylie Paint Pot, I don't know what you call it, like cream shadow in the color Copper. And I feel like this is such a pretty color for fall. And I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go in. I will say something I don't like about this cream shadow. It smells so bad. I noticed last night when I was cleaning up my makeup and putting everything away, and I think I was just making sure this top was screwed, and I opened to look at it, like I opened it up to just look again, and I was like, oh my God, why did I not notice how bad this smells? So, okay. Then I'm gonna take my Naked palette. This is the Naked 2. I'm gonna start with Half Baked, which is like their golden color, and I'm gonna bring that on the inside like this and kind of blend it into this copper shade. And then I'm gonna do Busted, and I'm just gonna focus it on the outer corner area. And then I'm gonna go with Booty Call, cute, and I'm gonna bring that up kind of as like a blending shade, but like really lightly. Once I've done my shadow, I'm gonna go in with the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner, which is pretty much my favorite liquid liner at this moment in time. I've been using it for the last few months. This is my third repurchase of this. And it's amazing to me like how often I do cat eyes and how much I suck at making my cat eyes match. They pretty much never match, so. All right, so something else that I've been doing a ton lately, I think I've mentioned this in some videos, is I've been using lashes. And so today I'm gonna be using the Eyelure 3-dimensional number 111. Okay, so my left eye is clearly dry, my right eye is not. I go in with my liquid liner and I reline the liner to just kind of keep everything blended, just like that. And once my other eye is dry, I'm gonna do that as well. But in the meantime, on that left eye, I'm gonna take my handy dandy CoverGirl Clump Crusher mascara. This is just gonna help my lashes blend in with the fake lashes. Okay, so I'm actually now gonna go in with Half Baked, just under, I was gonna do something darker, but I'm not going to anymore. I'm just gonna do a little sparkle. Then I'm gonna take my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, aka my highlighter, in the color Moonstone. And it's this champagne-y color right here, and I'm just gonna go in tops of my cheekbones. All right, so next up I'm gonna take my Mint Juleps Lip Scrub from Lush, and I'm just gonna give my lips a nice little scrub. Something else I really like to do is take my concealer brush, and I like to do a tiny bit of concealer on the outside of my eyes. I'm gonna do something today that I've actually never done. I'm taking this lip primer. I saw this when I was going through and like picking everything. And I was like, I've been meaning to use that, and I haven't. So this is from ColourPop. Then I'm gonna line my lips with this Tartiste color in Later Gram. All right, so once I line the outside of the lips, I like to actually fill in the inside too, because I feel like then when my lip color wears away, I still have like another layer of colors. I'm gonna be using the Tartiste lip paint in TBT 0001. And there we go. Oh no, it didn't shatter. Hi. Okay, so then I'm gonna take my concealer brush again, and I'm gonna clean up my lips. I'm just gonna go kind of like around the outside. I feel like I just really suck at doing things cleanly the first time. Alright guys, so that is it. I hope that you enjoyed today's video and it brought a smile to your face. I will see you next time. Bye guys.